It was a mostly dry day today. Had one little lone shower that popped up just a little while ago on the West Bank, and that has really been about it. Relatively dry, lack of cloud cover means high temperatures are able to get hotter and a little bit above average. In fact, yesterday's high of 93 broke our streak of high temperatures staying below the average. So yesterday, today, above average. Boy, mid-August, get rid of the rain and cloud cover. That's what you expect. And no, we didn't get a record, but still warmer than average. And yeah, we can call it hot outside. A little bit of the leftover cloudiness from that earlier shower on the West Bank. 93 is our current temperature with dew points in the lower 70s. So the humidity is not awful. It's normal, but it does now send our heat indices back above 100 degrees. And we may be dealing with some more dangerous heat indices during the day tomorrow, and a heat advisory will be in effect. Lower mid-90s outside at the moment. Those are the actual temperatures, and that heat advisory in place tomorrow, where heat indices could get up into that 108, 112 range, where heat illnesses could occur. And we've had, again, a relatively, for all intents and purposes, milder stretch of weather over the last several days. The heat is back and is going to be with us till about the midpoint of this week, with the next few days drier. But we will start to see better rain chances heading our way by Thursday and Friday. We'll talk more about that in a moment, as well as looking ahead to the tropics and no threats going on currently. Great news out there. This is what's happening. We have one bad image here in our satellite. Big ridge of high pressure is sitting over us. That's going to dominate our forecast over the next couple of days. Now, as we get toward the middle to end of the week, we're going to see this upper troughing across the East Coast. What this is going to do is send in some upper disturbances. And you see the reds here, that's instability in the atmosphere. Basically, what would be the triggering mechanism for better rain chances. So it does look like by Thursday and on into Friday, these upper disturbances will help to increase our rain chances. As we head toward the weekend, ridging builds back in and will likely start drying out for the weekend. So not a great deal of rainfall in the forecast, but a better chance as we head toward the end of the week. And again, bad satellite image here, kind of blocking out our satellite data. But the upper high is going to keep us under relatively dry conditions over the next couple of days. We'll see that start to change, though, toward the end of the week. So rain chances low. However, the models have been indicating a little disturbance kind of within this northerly flow moving our way late Tuesday and into early on Wednesday, mainly in southern Mississippi, but areas on the North Shore and maybe eastern parts of the metro area could get into some of that rainfall early on Wednesday. And in fact, the Storm Prediction Center is placing a low end risk. Really, for us, it'd be late Tuesday and going into early on Wednesday with that little cluster of storms rolling on through, because otherwise the next several days do look to stay mostly dry. This is that wave that we had been watching last week as it moved toward Texas. Boy, I tell you what, if it had not moved inland as soon as it did, we probably would have seen this become a depression or maybe even a storm as it really started to get its act together. But by that point, it was already over land and starting to get a little bit more unorganized. Elsewhere in the Atlantic Basin, no development is expected. May start to see some little waves coming off of the East Coast. Models not really doing much of that, anything with that at the moment. We'll also be watching as we head more toward next week, maybe some more of those African waves coming off. The Saharan dust is beginning to settle a bit more, and we may start to see more potential development as we look further out into the Atlantic. Right now, no threats out there, but it looks like that could start to change as we head toward the end of the month, which again would be pretty much right in time with when we near the peak of the season on September 10th. 93 our high tomorrow, Wednesday. Again, may see some late storms Tuesday going into early on Wednesday, but for the most part, the days will be relatively dry. Upper disturbance arise for Thursday and Friday with better rain chances. Upper ridging builds back in, so we start to dry out and heat up once again toward the weekend and early next week.
It is brutal out there for sure. Thank you, Chris.